Hey, and thanks for escaping normal life with me. I know it's been a little bit since I checked in, so I thought I'd make a video to kind of say where I've been, kind of what's up with me. First off, currently just north of Joshua Tree National Park inside California, Southern California to be exact. I guess I've been in the state for roughly a month or so now. I came to Joshua Tree as my first stop, spent about 2 weeks in the area, and just as I was about to leave, I broke the axle on the trailer. I have a little bit of video that I shot when that happened, and then I have a little bit of video that I shot while I got it fixed. And now I'm happy to say that I'm up and running. I have a brand new axle. We even gave it a little bit better suspension, so hopefully it works out better for me. I have to give a very, very big thank you to my friend Ray, who luckily lived in the area. And when it broke, he said, if you can get it towed over here to my place, we can go out and buy a new axle, and I can put it on because he is a welder. So thank God it happened in this area where I knew somebody and somebody that could fix it, and I was up and running in literally just days. So thank you again to Ray, big help. Also, another big thank you to Ray for fixing up my galley. He gave me a much upgraded galley space, and now I have much better organization back there and much better ways to prep food and cook. The slide out table that we did is huge. I love it. Thank you so much, Ray. Ray lives in the Joshua Tree area, and he is a master carpenter. If you need anything, and I do mean anything, kitchen cabinets for your home, he's helped out with van life people. Obviously, with the trailer that I have, he has worked on numerous Airstreams and other RVs. The guy knows so much, so please reach out to him if you have any needs, such anything like that, in the Joshua Tree area. The link to his Instagram will be in the description below. So thank you again, Ray. After I broke the axle and got that fixed, and spending a few days in the area after I got it up and running, I then decided that I wanted to go and venture off to see the Pacific coast. I have been lucky enough to see it before, but it's not something I spent a lot of time at. And everyone just raved about San Diego, so I went straight to San Diego. San Diego was great, don't get me wrong. I would recommend anybody go check it out. But for me personally, it was just a big, confusing city with lots of people, lots of traffic, lots of cars, and no place to camp. The one thing that I will say about city, when nomading, I guess is the right word, when you're venturing off into these cities and you're trying to and you're living out of a trailer or RV or anything of these sorts, it's not easy to camp. You have to do what's called stealth camping, and that's a term used that if you can't really camp in the city. Obviously, there's no place to pull off to the side of the road with a bunch of trees and start a fire and start cooking hot dogs on the fire and stargaze and pull out a guitar and jam with friends or anything. It's not that kind of camping. Instead, stealth camping is find a street you can sleep on and stay inside your rig till 7 or 8 in the morning when you can leave after a good night's sleep. And you try to get there kind of late at night, so you kind of stealth in and stealth out. That's the idea. You cook your meals inside, you stay inside, you don't just hang out outside your rig. Obviously, that looks suspicious, and people are going to think that you're up to something, when really all you really want to do is just get a nice place to sleep that's safe for the night. So I had to do some stealth camping in the city, and I hate doing that. It's not easy to do, especially pulling a trailer. The streets are usually narrower, and there's usually a lot of cars parked along the sides as well, so it's harder to find a spot for two cars where I can fit the car and the trailer. It's just not my jam. So I did spend a few days over there, but I kind of got out of it right away. San Diego was, again, okay for me. I did go up the coast a little bit. I went all the way up to Newport Beach, and again, that was all right. I think, honestly, my favorite part of that was going to a place called Encinitas. It's a little coastal town, very small, very quaint, and very beautiful. It was actually a really nice area. I met some great people in the area, and everything has a great view of the beach. So the whole entire town is kind of up on these hills. So when I was, say, at the library for a few days to do my taxes and look at some jobs and things, every time I looked up the window, which the whole entire library had all these great big windows, every time I looked out the window, I saw the ocean right off in the distance, just 2 or 3 blocks away. It was gorgeous. So really cool little town. If you are in that area, San Diego's great. I guess it gets a lot of praise, but honestly, I thought Encinitas was better if you're really going to check out a coastal town in that area. After I did that, I came back to the Joshua Tree area. One place I forgot to mention that I did go to after I left Joshua Tree and before I hit the coast is I went to a place called Slab City. And Slab City is kind of infamous for being a nomad area. It's around the Salton Sea. And if you're not familiar with the Salton Sea, it's kind of got an interesting history. I would say read up on it, but it actually has water coming into it, but no way for water to get out. So the salt levels have risen significantly in that area, and it's killed off a lot of the fish and vegetation and things in the area. And I think back in the, I want to say 50s or 60s, something like that, they tried building a whole beach resort there, and the whole thing just fell through. And now it's in total decay. It's kind of an interesting thing. It's got a kind of an interesting history. Bombay Beach is also over there. That was kind of interesting to see. But Slab City is around there, and Slab City is definitely something to check out if you're in the area. Go during the day. Nighttime can be hard to probably get around. It's literally just the desert, so there's no street signs or anything. When I say it's a city, it's not the city that most of people are going to think about. There's no paved roads, street signs, no Walmarts or anything like that. It's just a open area, commonly known as BLM in this area, Bureau of Land Management. And basically what that's happened is people just live there all year long, usually in RVs, usually in a rig of some sort, sometimes maybe in their car, maybe in a tent, but usually in RVs. And it's very artsy. There's very weird, interesting things to check out in the area for sure. There's a place called Salvation Mountain that you cannot miss when you drive through to Slab City. Like, there's no way you're going to miss that. So go check that out. That's interesting. And then there's a place called East Jesus. It's very, very artsy. Actually has nothing to do with Jesus, and it's totally different from Salvation Mountain. So when you see Salvation Mountain, which is all about Jesus, East Jesus has literally nothing to do with Jesus, and it's a few miles further up the road. Anyways, go check out the Salton Sea and check out Slab City if you're ever in the area. After I left the coast, I decided to come back to the east side of California, and that's where I'm at now. I'm back here in the Joshua Tree area for just a day or two, and tomorrow morning I'm going to actually pack up and head back into Arizona, where I'm going to go see some sites that I actually missed the first time I was in Arizona because that was a good month ago and it was colder temperatures. So I'm going to go to northern Arizona, probably check out Sedona. I'm thinking about probably going back to the Grand Canyon, although the Grand Canyon is around 20 degrees at night right now. Yeah, 20 degrees still. That's pretty cold. So I'm thinking about still going up to the area, and can't be in northern Arizona and not go back to the Grand Canyon. It's still a gorgeous place to see. That's kind of a little update of where I've been and what's kind of going on with the trailer. I'm up and running. Again, thank you, Ray. And I also did a couple of upgrades for some personal things. For starters, I got this great rocking chair. I had just a little beach chair that I was camping on, or camping with rather, and it was pretty terrible. It was old. It was a beach chair, so it's low to the ground, so it's hard to get out of. It was very uncomfortable for long periods of time. So it was not an ideal camping chair. So I recently upgraded to this. This is great. This is a GCI chair. So the link is in the description again. You can pick this up. And I've been thinking for a long time of better ways of organizing the car. And that's where I picked up this Thule Cargo Box for the top of the car. And this has been a huge help. I've cleared out so much more space in the car. A few times now I've had someone get in the car, we'll drive somewhere, and it was very hard before because I had so much stuff in the car. I had to move things around whenever someone got in the car with me. Now I don't have to do that, so I'm going to just jump in the car and go. It's really given me a lot more space to get to things. When I actually got the cargo box and was putting things in it and going through my car, I found things under my seats that I completely forgot I brought with me on this journey that I now have much easier access to because there was so much stuff in my car blocking them. So guys, that's a little quick update what's going on with me. I want to get better with making YouTube videos and putting the content out there. What's going on with me? I know I had a little bit of a lull there, I guess. So I do plan on making more of these. But again, thank you so much for escaping normal life with me, and I will see you later down the road.